Welcome back to our Strategic Hiring Tips mini-series. Today, we're going to be showing you how to master the art of the interview process. The interview process isn't something that you could just walk into and wing it, asking questions that just come to your mind as you're chatting with a candidate. You need to be prepared and ask effective questions to really make sure that this is the right person for your practice. So learning how to conduct an interview, it can be challenging. It's going to require some serious forethought. It's going to require some preparation and time on your part. But don't you think it would be all worthwhile if you could find your dream team? Find someone who could take your practice to the next level? I'd say so. So here are some tips on how to help improve your interviewing skills. Tip number 1. Tune in to your inner Boy Scout and be prepared. So here are 5 questions to use as a checklist to make sure that you're well prepared. You have the information that you need to present your practice mission and vision statement and company culture. You can present and explain all aspects of the position's job descriptions, which include the roles, duties, and requirements and potential growth opportunities. You've prepared standard interview questions that reflect the skills that you're looking for, and you know what perks and benefits that this position offers. And you've also read the candidates' resumes and the notes that you took from the pre-screening phone interview. Tip number 2 is to craft effective interview questions. A big part of your interview preparation is deciding what questions to ask a candidate. So here are some tips to assess candidates effectively. First, you want to develop behavioral and situational questions. Second, you want to find alternatives to those cliche questions to avoid the candid responses. Third, look for new perspectives to be able to introduce your team instead of someone who fits the exact cultural fit. Next, you want to tie questions to the job requirements. Craft questions to assess their skills and make sure that it lines up with what you're looking for. Number 3 is to experiment with different interview formats. Unstructured interviews that flow like a friendly conversation make the process pleasant for both yourself and the candidates, but they're not an effective way to hire the best members for your team. Structured interviews are a better predictor of job performances. They are more legally defensible and better for record keeping. During your structured interview, you ask the same questions to all of the candidates in a specific order and score them with a predetermined rating scale. Number 4, practice your pitch. Both interviewers and candidates are evaluating each other during the interview. While you assess whether the candidates are the right fit for the practice, the candidates are determining if they want to work for you or not. If they're not convinced, they may end up rejecting your job offer. So be prepared and create a checklist to sell your practice and the position that you're hiring for. So here are some things that you can include. You want to include how your company is trying to fulfill its mission statement. You want to show what your company does to keep your employees motivated and happy. Remember, we talked about developing an employee experience in episode number 4. Having this prepared ahead of time will help you in this step. The next thing you want to do is discuss any plans that you have to expand or perhaps to acquire other practices or what you are doing to grow your practice. And number 4 is to be able to identify any of the challenges that this role may have, but how you're going to help them and give them the training and mentoring to support them in their growth. You also want to be able to discuss the organizational structures and how your company is going to help them be successful. You also want to listen to what a candidate indicates that they're looking for in a job so that you personalize your pitch to make sure it matches your practice philosophies, values, and growth plans. Can you see how just applying these 4 steps can make your next interview a much more effective one? Would you like to learn more about this topic and other tips on how to create your strategic hiring protocol? Comment below or send us a message and let us know what are some other topics that you would like us to discuss here on this mini-series. But on our next episode, we're going to be discussing some tools and resources to help improve your hiring process. So thanks so much, guys. We can't wait to see you next time. Welcome back to our Strategic Hiring Tips mini-series. Today, we're going to be showing you how to master the